get this set up right here.
Alright, it really doesn't matter if you see me. How's everybody doing there? So I have decided I was just smelting stuff, playing with fire, and I melted this thinking it was going to be copper. It kind of looks like copper wire. I was messing around trying to make some coils, and it came out. It looks, I think it's zinc, actually. It's melted at a really low temperature. The things they usually use to make wires is like aluminum, brass, copper, platinum, stainless steel, iron, copper, of course, and zinc was one of them. Now, the gas that I'm using is just regular propane, and it's getting kind of low, but it only gets 1200 degrees, and it doesn't even really melt aluminum. Hey, Andrew, how's it going, man? So the aluminum, I couldn't even smelt in the crucible when I tried. This was like the biggest piece I got to turn liquid at all. And the rest just kind of stuck to my crucible. So through logic and deduction, I just, it can't be platinum or any of these that have a real high temperature. Even aluminum, it can't be. It melted way too easy. Copper supposedly even has a higher melting point than aluminium, however you want to say it. So I'm thinking in a lot of these wires, it's actual zinc. So I'm going to melt some of this, and then I'm going to melt some of this and see if it all comes out this silver color. Now, it was really bright silver when it first came out, but it oxidized pretty quick. And it's got a nice layer of oxidation on there. I was playing with the bismuth here, just messing around. So we're going to melt some of this wire here in our little crucible here with our propane, the Benzomatic. So let me, I'll turn this around for a second. Hope y'all are having a good day. Yeah, I was just playing with fire and I decided, hey, I'm going to share this with people. This is kind of interesting. So we're going to get some of this copper wire here. Let's set you guys up so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like 80 degrees today. I got the garden beds all filled with some new soil, or new mulch. So yeah, let's get this kind of wound up into a ball. And we're going to throw some fire to this and see what happens. It's still a little bit warm in there. Now when I'm smelting, I like to, I started at the bottom first. You want your crucible yeah, it's that time of year, Andrew. I love this time of year. This is definitely my favorite time. Everything's just coming to life. It's really getting nice out, The sun's coming back up. Yeah, I wanted to melt more of this, bismuth while people were here, but I don't really have enough to use this big old tub here. We made a few when Watson was here. When Baldini was here, there's just way too much stuff going on. A lot of people. Let's hit that a little bit. Wow, look at that. Yeah, it starts turning silver almost instantly. Yeah, Cammy loves the sun. She's always sitting out there. I like working in the sun, but sitting in the shade. Unless it's early or late in the afternoon. The midday sun, I'm not a big fan of just sitting there in it. The sun almost seems hotter than it used to be when you sit in it. Hey, Ted, what's going on, brother? Just playing with fire. You know me. Okay, so I'm going to poke this a little bit. My trusty graphite rod. Oh, yeah. See, there's no way that's even aluminum. It melts way too quick. It can't even be copper. And we just get a silvery. No, this is wire, Ted. This is this wire here. So I melted some of this wire thinking it was going to be, hey, Winston. Hey, NJ. I melted this thinking, hey, I'm going to make some copper coins. But it came out like a silver color, which makes me think it might be zinc. It's melting way too quick. Even this stuff. Copper, I think, is 1700 degrees. It shouldn't even be melting with this temperature on it. So they're selling this stuff that they say is copper wire that isn't even copper wire. Now I'm going to be really pissed if that it doesn't turn out to be copper, because that is supposed to be copper right there for sure. This other stuff I pulled out of a battery charger jumper thing that went bad. No worries, Andrew. People spell it all different ways. I usually spell it Z-A-C-K. Most people spell it Z-A-C-H. Because when I do Zachary, I do Z-A-C-H-A-R-Y. Oh, sorry. So, okay. I'm going to have to set you down for a second. I'll turn this around. Where can I set you where you can kind of see this? Thanks, Jen. Yeah, that was a lot of collaboration between a lot of people. That definitely wasn't just me. But thank you. Yeah, we put a lot of work into that video. Let me set you up here, and you can kind of see the pour. There's our little to make coins out of. Yeah, I don't think this is copper at all, folks. Now, copper can look silver, but you do a scratch test with it, and it scratches things red. Really interesting. That's one of those gemology things that Cammie taught me. Now, when you go to pour, you really need to heat up your casting a little bit. Okay, here we go. Heat up the tip. Yeah, smelting is one of those things that teaches you patience. It really does. You really can't, heat things up faster than they can collect the heat. Let's see here. Come on, baby, get in there. It looks silver to me, folks. We'll turn that on its side, let it all run out. There you go. You are welcome anytime, MJ. You can hang out and melt shit. It's so much fun. I'll turn that over. Look at that, how shiny that is. They say that's copper. That is what this came out of. Now, I didn't buy this wire as wire, so I don't know if it really claimed to be copper, but and this stuff stays so hot for so long. But yeah, and you can actually watch it oxidize. It doesn't take very long. I'm trying to get a good angle here. But you can see the oxidation process taking place. It's just forming this white film on there. When this one came out, it looked the exact same. And within a matter of a few minutes, it oxidized. That thick layer of oxidation formed along it. But they're claiming that this is, well, they're not claiming, I guess. But this is copper wire. Now we're just cleaning out the crucible. But yeah, that's supposed to be copper wire. I don't want to say it's supposed to be because I didn't buy it as copper wire. But this is the stuff they're using to make our electronics. Now, maybe it's just copper coating? I don't know. But if this next roll doesn't come out to be copper, or at least scratch copper, we still have to do the scratch test. I don't know 100%. Well, no, not really, because this should not even melt. I shouldn't be able to smelt copper in this crucible with this heat. Hey, Rob, what's going on, man? Yeah, that's the thing, though. The aluminum, I should be able to just barely smelt aluminum, just barely. And it wouldn't turn liquid that quick. It takes a lot longer since I'm right at the smelting point of aluminum. Hey, Jenny. Yeah, I'm not sure if they don't really claim that this is copper. I pulled this out of the wiring out of a battery jumper box. But Die Hard, mind you, you think they would use the best stuff. Sorry, folks, I'm just cleaning out some of this stuff. I really need to do a good once over on my crucible and get it perfectly clean. I wonder if I'm making any weird alloys by mixing the stuff up. Okay, let's turn this off for a second. Now we're going to take our... So we have this one that goes here. This one still very warm. Oh, okay. The other side is oxidizing. Oh, that's my pleasure, Jenny. Yeah, I've been meaning to do more of this stuff. Show you guys what I've been doing, especially with the smelting. I find it fascinating. Hey, Sergey. I'm kind of new to it though. And I don't want to be given any, wrong, especially with this stuff, because it can be real dangerous. I should be wearing my eye protection, stuff like that. Good idea, always wear shoes. I am part of the Scar Club, somewhere on there on my hand. It wasn't a very big one, but I got a little splat of bismuth on me, and it burned pretty good. So I've learned a little bit, but yeah, look at, you could tell the difference. Hey, I'm in power. Yeah, it's warm. And then this side will take a little bit longer time, but it'll still oxidize. So it's almost looking more like a lead color now than the silver. But this one came from there, and they seemed really similar. The melting points were about the same. It didn't take long to melt. That's why I'm thinking it might be more zinc than anything else. I think zinc is only like 700 degrees it takes to smelt, where copper is like, yeah, those propane burns, you feel them. Copper, I think, is 1700 degrees, somewhere right around there. So we're going to take a little bit of this. This was sold to me now. I bought this as copper wire. It's a 14 gauge. Yeah, it says 14 Sol CUBK. I'm not sure BK. Does anybody know what BK is on the, is there a BK on the periodic table? 0.0046 nylon, 0.015 PVC. Yeah, I'm not sure. But it was definitely copper wire when I bought it. Yeah, I know, Andrew. So much of this stuff is supposed to be, you know, copper, which is not cheap anymore. There's copper that is, I mean, a copper penny from 1982 and before is worth almost 5 cents now. That's why they quit using copper in their, dang it. I was working out yesterday and I took a bunch of the wire cutters and all that stuff. I'm just gonna have to break it. That's the one nice thing about copper. It's very, you get it bending back and forth. Come on. Here we go. We got some clippers. All right, so we got a little bit of, this is copper now. And we're gonna see what color this turns out to be. Yeah, I don't wear face masks unless I'm, you know, there's only one time I wear a face mask, and that's if I'm sanding something or I'm putting a bunch of small little particulates into the air that I don't want to breathe in. You know, trying to wear it to stop a virus, I think is ludicrous. That's like stopping mosquitoes with a chain link fence. It just makes no sense at all. But hey, to each their own. Yeah, they do put insulation around the wires. There's all kinds of stuff that they put into these things. The process of making just about anything is so amazing now in manufacturing this kind of stuff. I love watching the videos where they're taking, you know, huge castings, where the nuts that go on these screws are like this, you know, huge, just huge. Hey, Regman music, I like that. But yeah, it's just, our industry has become so fantastic that it's not so much, you know, if things slowed down and this and that, those are the things that we wouldn't have anymore. These huge machines, they're amazing, don't get me wrong. Human ingenuity is amazing. You give a human a problem and they'll figure out a way, a solution. I think that's why they like to pretend like there is no problem. Or the only problems that they pretend like having are the ones that they already have the solution. I don't like court. I don't like any of that stuff. You have to sign your name and, you know, enter through this door and wear this and... Yeah, I try not to have anything to do with that world anymore. So we're going to heat it up and see what color this comes out to be. We'll go out and do the scratch test. Now this one, I don't know, since they were done so far apart, I like that. Don't accept the summons, you are not dead. Yeah, it's the nonsense world, NJ. It really is. It's that world that they want us to live in to, you know, put us in that prison. Yeah, so in all theory, this shouldn't even smelt, this copper. Not with this amount of heat. I just get, sorry, I'm not even looking at where I'm pointing. I'm getting so mesmerized by the glowing copper. Wow, that is so cool. You can like draw with it. Let me see if I can show you this. Man, wow, that's wild. No, you guys can't see it. I don't think so. It's starting to smell. It's turning silver. I don't think this is copper either. What? And now look at that. It's I don't know. That's really glowing. But it is smelting. I was going to try to melt some old copper coins, but that would be considered illegal. And we don't do stuff like that, right? We would never, ever do that on or off a YouTube video. Because we love our government. And we follow all of their man-made laws. Yeah, I have some MAP gas over here, and then I have a bunch of camping propane. Okay, I'm gonna poke at this a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh no, that may be copper. That is still really hard. Yeah, okay. So, okay, alright. Now it did start smelting a little bit, and it's kind of turning silver as I'm hitting it. So maybe there's just some alloys in it that are coming out. It might not be 100% pure copper, but it did seem to be smelting a little bit in a couple spots, but no, that is not melting at all. It is, that is real copper. Oh, look at this glow, Cammy. Look at that. You can like draw with it.
You need to get the camera up more.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Look at this, and you can't drop.
That is so cool. Yeah, yeah.
This silver, aluminum is white. I think that aluminum.
Look at that one down there. That
Ooh.
wire turned out to be like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go do a scratch test, but I'm pretty sure that's zinc as well because it melted real quick.
It's not aluminum?
Oh no, because aluminum's like 1200 degrees, and yeah, 12 something. Yeah, Cammy taught me a great way to troubleshoot this stuff on what these metals are. You know, you use the stuff that we know, the smelting point, things like that. The scratch test, streak test.
Oh, the streak test, scratch test.
Yeah, that is hard, folks. That is still really hard. Oh yeah, it's like, oops, sorry, and it's like glowing still. But this is definitely copper. Okay. So the stuff that they're putting in a lot of these electronics, that for some reason they take the time to make look like copper. Maybe it has a copper coating on it or something. But it's not made out of mostly copper or wires. It looks to, I'm thinking it's zinc, which is in so much stuff. Which is really, really interesting because zinc and copper are what they use to make batteries. You can take zinc and you can take copper. That's you can hear it crinkling and crackling. So I'm gonna find, we've got all kinds of electronics here to take apart and stuff. I've been playing. Little air compressor I'm gonna do something with. the motor and the magnet. But yeah, I got all kinds of stuff to take apart. There's some more stuff down here I'm planning on pulling apart. I would try to smelt, I got some gold saved up. And these capacitors too, there's a really, really expensive kind of metal. Oh, I forget what it's called. But they use it to make capacitors. So I'm pulling capacitors out of everything. And I'm going to take them apart and smelt it down to get that stuff. And then this is inside the computer. It's just these little, they look like magnets wrapped in wire. That's what's inside of a lot of your computer stuff. It's down on the computer like that. Don't know what it is. There's some gold tips. But these are the gold that I've saved up so far, pulling stuff apart. It's probably not too much, and it's probably just gold plated. But we're gonna see what we can do with it. I need, I have the torch here where you can hook up oxygen to it. But oxygen is expensive and it runs out real quick. So I'm trying to figure out a way to refill these. The threads on it go backwards. So you can't use a normal tank and just fill up a normal tank. The threads for the oxygen go backwards. But yeah, it's fun, folks. Here's my very first coin I ever smelted. It's lead. I did that. This was a shot from Karen, Ted, and I shooting shotguns. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one forever. And then some aluminum. It definitely gets a really, not hot enough. I can't get this thing hot enough to smelt aluminum. That's how I know it's not copper. This stuff is copper because it won't smelt. It's a lot hotter.
We need more power.
Yeah, we need more power.
It's happening.
So, okay, let's pull this one over here. And so with regular propane, I bet that thing's still real hot. So, the wire we find in some of our stuff here. And this was super thick. I mean, this is all threaded up to be one wire. This came out of a battery jumper cable. Not copper. I believe out of the same machine, maybe. Not 100% sure. I'm gonna start pulling all kinds of wire and see what it really is, but not copper. And then the stuff that I bought at the store that was claimed to be copper. Hey, Allison. Oh, I am in South Carolina right now, and this is copper. Ooh, it's warm. Yeah, the capacitors, it's actually not aluminum. It's that, iridium maybe? There's a really expensive metal that they use to make those capacitors. So yeah, with regular propane, you can't melt copper. You could see I did get some stuff to smelt a little bit right here. That's why I was like, wait, whoa, is this copper? See that, how it started melting right there a little bit? But that could have been just some impurities. It did say it had some nylon in there, some PVC. And it's yeah, but actual copper. So when you buy the copper from the roll, it appears they give you real copper, but the stuff they're putting in all of our equipment, I mean, why are they not using copper? And why is it colored like copper? I'm gonna have to do some more investigating. But I think I'm gonna get out of here, folks. I just wanted to share that with you. I was melting it to see if I could, what I could do, and yeah. So if you like these videos, let me know. If you like playing with fire with me, we can melt all kinds of stuff. Actually, I want to show you something real quick. Just real quick. I'm gonna play with a little bit of bismuth. Let's get some of these coins back out of here. We'll just melt these down. These buttons. And we'll get that. Yeah, we're gonna make some pretty colors. I was thinking about maybe doing something like this at the next meetup, the next festival we have. Watch how quick this stuff melts. Like the Terminator. Now I'm not going to pour it or anything, I'm just going to swirl it around. And we're going to make some real pretty colors. As it's cooling off, the rate at which it cools determines which colors it creates. And I was thinking about getting a bunch of small little something, maybe small little aluminum cups or something, and get a bunch of this set up at the festival, like outside, and have it on a long stick so people aren't going to burn themselves, but let them make their own little... Ooh, we're getting some of the crystals to form. But yeah, let people make their own little memory thing, you know? Just charge them a couple bucks for the propane and the bismuth. Nothing, you know. But let them do this. Have it on a long stick and let them swirl it around and make their own. It looks really beautiful when it's all said and done. And we'll make a little splat here for you. But yeah, it'll start turning all kinds of beautiful colors as it cools. Golds and purples and blues. You can get a green in there sometimes. Really not doing it a whole lot of justice. A little bit of the crystals forming down in there. And then this, let's see how... It cools pretty quick, the bismuth. Yeah, it's already on there, solid. Let's see here. Wow, it's already cold. It really didn't turn any of the colors. That's weird. As you can see in here, you get like a rainbow. Yeah, fire, Nemo. Fire, fire. Yeah, it's fun, folks. I really enjoy playing with fire. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Here's some of that slag that you get. Wow, look at that. Just look at those colors in that. These are all colors of nature. These wild purples and blues and greens that are all shiny. Hey, Smurfer girl, whatevs. Yeah, we actually made some of those. We gave them all out. Cammie and I had little grab bags for people to buy with all the little tests and experiments in there. But yeah, we actually grew some of those crystals. Oh, I smelted all the ones I had made down. What you do is like you fill that up. What I really wanted to do was fill this up. I got quite a bit of bismuth, about 2 pounds. But you fill this thing up And as it's cooling, the top will form a crust layer on it. And the crystals actually don't grow up from the bottom, they grow down from the top as it's cooling. And you have to be able to, right at the right time, you have to grab it, pick it up, and like shake it off, and you'll have those crystals. We made some pretty nice ones. I have some pictures of them, but we gave all those away. Yeah, I really need to clean the crucible. Let me, all right, we're gonna clean this up real quick. I don't wanna leave that in there. And then I'll get out of here. It's so easy to clean this stuff off. Look at how quickly it loses all that color. It turns silver like instantly. Yeah, it's not very hot. I think it's about 525, something like that. The smelting point of bismuth. Yeah, it's a real low one. There's a little bit of slag in there. I'm not even going to worry about it. We're just going to pour it. I'm going to set it up so you guys can see it pour out at least. There you go. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let me see. Oh, it starts turning so quick. Those colors. It is cooling. And it doesn't really get the... Oh, it's kind of warm. Never mind. It is hot. Grab our... There we go. Yeah, it's so beautiful, Danielle. It's a really... A little bit of slag in there. Yeah, if you polish that up and buffered it, that would be just gorgeous. And the coolest part is if you control the outside temperature, you can kind of determine what color. You can get gold, red, purple, blue, green. If you go look at some of the bismuth crystals, the images on the Google images, it's like a rainbow. It's got every color in it. It's just gorgeous. It's a really fun metal to play with too. Wow, look at all the little beads forming. Splat. So yeah, I have been hesitating to do any of these live. I wasn't sure if they'd be interesting or anything like that. So I just didn't want to bore people. But Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the playing with fire with me, we can do this more often. I can maybe do one of these a week. I play with fire quite a bit. And maybe it won't always be smelting. Maybe we can play with some fire and we'll just have chats out there while I'm making ashes for the garden beds and stuff. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Well, alrighty, folks. I have been on way longer than I was planning. I was planning this to be just like a 20-minute little. So, yeah, back to the video, I guess, huh? So, here we go. Wire out of our electronics at home. Zinc. Wire out of, heavy duty electronics at home. This is big. This was all supposed to be one wire put together. Zinc. Copper wire you buy from the store. Copper. Would not even smelt. So there you have it, folks. I'm almost positive it's zinc. It looks like, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I was like, Bob, the copper turned silver. Yeah, I know. Me too, Danielle. If that would have melted, I would have been a little upset. I would have been possibly calling somebody and been like, you guys aren't really selling copper, are you? So that's it, folks. If you have anything, yeah, I know I got to get my buffer. I've been thinking about it, and I think I can get one for under $100. That's pretty good quality. That's got the buffer and the wire brush on it. Oh, that's beautiful. But yeah, I was thinking, our pendants, maybe something like that. I could make some pendants for people. We're just trying to look for stuff to make for the festivals and stuff. Just share some of this neat stuff that we're playing with you guys. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Here's some of the stuff. Ooh, it's still really warm in here. This is part of that copper wire that didn't really. Now that might have been copper. Look at that. So all that stuff melted around it. Nah, there's not very much of it though. I don't know. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. That was fun. I hope you had a good time. Next time we play with fire together, we'll see. Maybe we can use this big bad mother and smelt a bunch of stuff just to see what happens. But yeah, that was fun. Thank you all for joining me. This is Good Times for All here signing out. As always, thanks for watching.